In this video, we are going to be doing a head-to-head competition between a round brush and a flat brush, and we are going to be painting clouds coming right up.
And so we begin, we've got round brush versus flat brush in a head-to-head competition. In this video, I'm going to be using 3 different colors. We're going to be using red, white, and blue. So let's get those out and get that paint on our plate.
Now you're ready to paint, so let's get started.
Okay, so first off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our plate of paint right there. I'm gonna start off with my flat brush. We're gonna give this one a shot first, just to get a feel for it and see how it works. Now I've got 3 different paints on my plate, so I'm gonna bring a little bit of this white out here. You can see I'm bringing some of that out. And then I'm gonna dunk a little bit of blue in there, and that's gonna make a nice powdery light blue. But we're not gonna stop there. We're actually gonna put a little bit of red in there, and that will create kind of a nice light purple. So you can see just a little bit of red in with that makes a nice light purple. And this gives the illusion that this cloud's gonna have some moisture once you do this, okay? So this is flat brush, and I'm using it as a mixing brush. I'm just kind of blotting and dabbing. And now what I'm gonna do is just very gently blot and dab this brush on the canvas. It's just straight on the canvas. You can see that the paint is just coming off and it's different textures. It is actually a really fun step. Now just try taking some of that paint off, and look how I'm twisting the brush. I'm twisting the brush and making some awesome clouds. That is what's so awesome, is you try to make these awesome clouds happen and you see all of this texture and moisture just to start coming off of your brush. It is a real fun step, and it really, really works very well and very easily. So look at that. All right, so that is the start of our brushes there. You can see there's great texture, very pretty. Next up, we're gonna try that same color, same exact color, but with our round brush. I'm gonna go ahead and mix in some of that awesome color, and it's just gonna start kind of swirling it around, looking good, and making sure it just gets all on that brush. Now, what I'm gonna do is just do the kind of the same motion, but on the other side right there. You can see that I've got some. It's a little bit more difficult to get some of this paint off here, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and set my plate down, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and just start dabbing or blotting. Now this helps. I'm able to get the paint off a little bit. As you can see, it's getting a little bit thicker, though, paint. It's actually taking a lot more paint off of the brush, and you can start to see some different texture start to happen on this. It's just an amazing step. And look at that. You can see there's kind of some differences. You can see that this one has a little bit more control, this round brush, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and just give this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say the round brush is a little bit better with texturizing and making the illusion of clouds. But that flat brush actually did really well too, so I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention to that. That flat brush did really good too.
Take a break if you need to. Those clouds are messy. They're not going anywhere though.
All right, now I'm heading back to my flat brush, but I grabbed a smaller one just to give that detail. I want to just go ahead and put a little bit of that plain white and blue on there. Let's add on our flat side here some of these awesome little dabs and blots. Now we're gonna kind of just create some opposite areas here where we're gonna have some of these shadows. You're gonna see I've got a little bit more blue starting to get onto this side here. And you can see, look at that blue. It's a really pretty color. And you can see that that is adding a lot more of a cool dimension to these clouds. And I'm breaking it up too. You can see I'm actually not making them perfectly puffy and cuddly. You can see, look at that. That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, yes, we've got this. I really like this flat brush now that I switched to a smaller one, okay? It's a smaller one. I'm able to add detail. Let's go ahead and try a smaller round brush on our other clouds. We're gonna go ahead and put that same color on that brush, and wow, look at this. Again with the detail. Again with the detail, I'm seeing that there is a lot more. This is easier to control. I'm able to actually control the paint a lot more easily off my brush. All right. But it might be a little too controlled. I don't know. I might be, if you're brand new to art and painting, it might be too much control for you, and it might look a little different. It might look like it's too polished. You can see, look at the contrast right here and right here, you can see, but this one actually helped blend a little bit with that nice lighter one. So let's go ahead and stick with our smaller brush and now head over to highlights. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add some awesome highlights now. Just plain white. I just put a little bit of plain white on my brush. And opposite, I'm just kind of just breaking up these clouds even more. Creating some really, really cool, like, wow, okay, I like the texture now coming off of the small flat brush in this step. I think this one's looking cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and switch now over to our round brush with highlights. We're gonna put some plain white. Again, I'm using plain acrylic paint, but again, yes, okay. I'm seeing such a big difference between the brushes now, and I hope you can really visually see it as well. You can see that the round brush is actually so much easier to control, and you can see the really pretty contrast that it gives. This one did more blending. This one adds a little bit more. You can see fine lines, little details, a little bit more depth. So if you're looking for more of that high definition, you know, contrast, that one I would definitely go with the round brushes. But if you're looking for that softer touch, that softer feel that has the natural blends, I would head over to your flat brushes. So there you can see some of the differences that those two brushes bring, and I hope this was definitely good for you. We'll see you on the next episode.